So in this video I want to show you a simple trick that can level up your film look. So let's go to Davinci Resolve and we go straight to the color tab. And for now we make about 3 nodes, and the first one we're gonna change the color space to HSV. Then we go to channels and deactivate channel 1 and channel 3. And then I name this node HSV. On the second node we change the color space to HSL. And we're also gonna deactivate channel 1 and 3. And then we're gonna call this HSL. And this one, we're gonna call this one curves. And when you really want to have the film look, you want to increase something like the color density. And for that I normally use a plugin called Davinci, link is in the description. But with that, what I'm going to show you right now, you can go even a step further than just increasing the color density. But first I want to make a contrast curve. So we make a point here, and then I make a point here so that we brighten up the highlights. And then I want to pull down the white, pull up the black point a bit, before and after, and I think it looks pretty fine. And now we go to the HSV node, and what we're going to do is increase the gamma. As you can see, we're increasing the saturation of the image. And now we go to the HSL node and decrease the gain a bit. And what it does with the HSV node, we're increasing the color density. So we're just basically increasing the saturation without increasing the luma value of the colors. And this is what you get with film. But also with film, when there's something really bright in the image, it's not that saturated. So darker things shot on film are basically more saturated. And this is what we're going to do with these 2 nodes. Because with the HSV node, we're increasing the overall color density. And with the HSL node, we're decreasing the color density of bright things. So what you get with these 2 nodes is film-like saturation. And when I turn it off and on, you can see the difference. And also when we're comparing it to the normal saturation slider, you can really see the difference. And I think the HSV and HSL method looks way better than the saturation knob. And now what we can also do is make a new node, put color space transform in this one, choose Rec 709 for input, Rec 709 for output, and output is gonna be Cineon film lock. And now we can make another node. Now we can choose a film lot like the codec 2383. Now we can also make some adjustments. So I might want to pull down the highlights a bit because they are too strong in my opinion. A little bit less contrast. And now that looks pretty good in my opinion. Now I'm gonna name these nodes. And lastly I want to add some halation. So I'm gonna use the built-in Davinci Resolve halation tool. But if you want to get halation for free, you can go on YouTube and search for halation in Davinci Resolve. Some people show you how to do it for free, but I don't know it, so I'm just showing you this way. And also I want to activate grain because it looks pretty good and I think it fits the image because we want to get the film look, and I think obviously film grain is pretty good for that. And now I want to copy this look on all the other clips, so we're gonna copy and paste with Command C and Command V. In this case, we obviously want to make some brightness adjustment. So we make a seri node before the first one and increase the offset a bit. Adjust our lift, adjust the gain, the gamma a bit so that we get less contrast. And now that looks pretty good in my opinion. What we can also do to increase the film look, we can add an adjustment clip on all the clips in the timeline. And then we go to cropping, and crop left is gonna be 200. And the same for the right. So now we get a square, and I think there's something missing, so we deactivate this one, go back to the clip, and I want to add some blur. So I make a new node between the halation and the film LUT. So we make a node here and add a little bit of blur so it's more blurry. And then we can go back to the halation node and increase the grain, maybe even the size of the grain. And I think that looks pretty good in my opinion. And now we can activate our layer again. Of course, obviously you want to make some adjustments sometimes because you can see the skin looks pretty red, so we go back in here. And then I want to decrease the halation a bit, so we pull down the strength a bit. And now it looks way better in my opinion. And now if you want to see a video about the cool plugin to get the film look even faster, you can click on the video on the screen right now. Thanks for watching and see you guys in the next video.